coming up, you'll see Bill Gibbs from Clearview with a perfect mark of 31-0, taking on Bill Heverly of Camden Catholic at 34-3. Heverly is the top seed in this one. Gibbs from Clearview is the second seed. Camden Catholic wrestler right there is Bill Heverly. He is the first of 3 Camden Catholic wrestlers that we will see here in the finals today.
And he'll be wearing the green anklet.
Coach Gary Papa right there rubbing the shoulders, getting 3 wrestlers this far, and his opponent in this one is Billy Gibbs from Clearview. 31-0 for Gibbs this season. He is the second seed, so the top 2 seeds made it all the way to the final here at 125 pounds. And this should be pretty much of a thriller, because when you get the top 2 combatants in any weight class on the mat, it shows that they have lived up to all expectations.
Heverly right away starts trying to control the tie. It's heavy on the head there.
Heverly in the black, Gibbs in the green and gold.
Gibbs with an underhook. Heverly is able to wrestle out of it. Shot too far away by Heverly. Wrestlers are head to head.
Through our first 3 bouts, Rich Santoro, I haven't seen any wrestlers really take any undue risk at any of the shots they've taken so far.
Well, I think when you get to this level of competition, if you start taking a lot of risks, a lot of times you're going to pay for it. So you'll see a lot of guys be cautious, at least at the beginning of the match, until they get their confidence going. And of course, if you're losing the match, you're going to see a lot of people taking some risk. Gibbs with an underhook. We'll try to work something from there, but they'll be whistled out of bounds.
And Bill Heverly, a Camden Catholic, last year, second in the state at 125. So he's been down this lane before.
Gibbs again with an underhook. Won't be able to really do anything unless you get your head on the same side as the underhook. Again, they're blown out of bounds. Shot by Heverly. Can't reach it. Gibbs has the underhook. Now Gibbs with a shot, but he can't penetrate either. Down to the final 10 seconds, first period. No score. Gibbs with a front head and arm. Thinking knee tap, but they went out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. So it looks like this one's going to end 0-0 in the first period.
That's the way this one's going to wind up. After the first 2 minutes with Bill Heverly and Bill Gibbs scoreless at the end of the first. But just how important is the state championship? Well, as Bill Gibbs goes down on the bottom to start the second period, he's told us that if he's able to win, he's looking at Northern Iowa or Oklahoma State.
There's some good schools right there. And he's out to start the second period. Leads by a score of 1-0. Heverly tries to sit through on one of his ties.
So after a cautious first period, we'll see if either these 2 wrestlers really pick it up here at period number 2.
Well, this is about the point in the match where you expect the wrestlers to start picking up the pace a little bit.
Well, little inside trip being attempted here by Bill Heverly from Camden Catholic in the black, but unsuccessful as they go out.
Yeah, a lot of the wrestling has been done on the outside of the mat, not necessarily in the center. Gibbs with an underhook. Tries a little high crotch, but again, they go off the mat.
Well, I think that's a lot by design, Rich, because if you are the aggressor, and even if you think you're going to miss on a shot and leave yourself exposed, the worst that can happen is you roll out of bounds, and we'll go back to center.
That's correct. Although if you get in on a good shot, there's a good chance you're going to get countered off the mat as well. But the officials will be looking at that, and if they feel a wrestler's playing the edge, they will hit them. You hate to do that in the state final, so I don't really expect to see a lot of that this afternoon. And most of these wrestlers will be going at it.
Bill Gibbs from Clearview in the green and gold with a 1-point lead here with 39 seconds to wrestle in the second period against the top seed Bill Heverly in the black from Camden Catholic.
Gibbs was in on a shot. Just wasn't able to keep his back and head straight. Heverly was able to counter it.
Great shot there as they've had great crowds here at Continental Airlines Arena. For wrestling here in the year 2000.
See, we're down in the final 15 seconds. Gibbs takes a shot, countered by Heverly. Gibbs now with an underhook. Trying to step across with a throw, and he does. He has Heverly on his back.
Time expires.
And he gets the 2 back points.
2 and 2. So it'll be 5-0 at the end of the second period for Billy Gibbs. Look at this. He steps across, gets the takedown and the 2 back points.
Nice job of stepping across, using his hips, gets the takedown, and he holds him there for the required 2 seconds. Takes his right hand around the waist of Heverly, steps across and just uses his hips as leverage, and throws Heverly to his back. So big move at the end of the period. And now Gibbs is in a comfortable position, leading 5-0.
Big 4-point play for the second-seeded Billy Gibbs from Clearview, looking to go 32-0. He's a senior, as we mentioned. He's thinking about Oklahoma State next year. That's one of the top programs in the country.
And Northern Iowa isn't too shabby either.
Shows you what a New Jersey State title in your back pocket can do for you. Great credential. Still Clinton Hicks. Or rather, Bill Heverly, I beg your pardon. Hicks, the champ at 119, already has his gold medal. But Heverly, looking ahead to Ryder or Drexel next season. Has to come out. He gets the neutral. There's his escape. It's 5-1.
He immediately goes in on a shot. A little too far away. It's countered. Lost his balance a little bit. Does a little back roll. But they're okay now, and they're coming back to the center. Look for Heverly to really pick the pace here.
Now, Heverly doesn't want to see this one slip away. Second in the state last year at 125, and right now he's in that same situation.
And there's a stall warning against Gibbs, just blocking. But Heverly will, or rather Gibbs will spin behind him for the takedown. Now goes up by a score of 7-1.
The man in the white shirt on the left is Gary Papa. John Marinelli in the dark shirt on the right is the head coach of Billy Gibbs, and right now his wrestler leads it by a score of 7-1.
Heverly will take his position from the defensive spot. Off the whistle, Gibbs throws a half Nelson, tight waist. Heverly reaches back for a headlock. Gibbs flattens out momentarily and is able to counter it. Gibbs now riding with a half. Flattens out Heverly. Riding with a tight waist and a half. I'll try to run that if he can.
Only 45 seconds left to wrestle. Bill Gibbs at 125, looking for a state title here. And I wouldn't say it was totally impressive, but it was very economical with 5 points in that second period, including a 4-point play right as time ran out.
And Gibbs is doing a real nice job of riding on top.
And as long as you keep changing your holds and your position a little bit, you don't have to worry about any stall calls.
And he's riding with a half Nelson. He's coming out to the side. Heverly not really doing a whole lot on the bottom. So Gibbs will get off Heverly, which will give Heverly a 1-point escape.
And that's going to do it. Bill Gibbs wins this one by a score of 7-2 as he lets Heverly out right before the final horn. And Bill Gibbs is your champion at 125 pounds from Clearview. He was first in District 27, first in Region 7, and now he is a state champion here at 125 pounds.
Here's a good look at